The battle lines were drawn, and the ships on both sides spread far apart to give themselves many parsecs of maneuvering room at weft speed. There was still no sign of the Ferengi, but the presence of the Romantans had already tilted the odds against the Federated. Quirk ordered all ships to separate into two sections, the dish section and the engineering section, with the exception of the Enterprise and the Andromeda. The individual captains were allowed to designate the new captains for the secondary hulls. This was often the first overseer or the weapons officer. Furthermore, Quirk advised the ships to use the buddy system, Section A, looking after Section B. "Good plan, Captain," said Spook. "This will give the enemy twice as many ships to worry about, and so their battle analysis will have to increase at an exponential rate. Plus, the separated ships will, of course, look out for their other half. It's a fascinating strategy, Captain." "Thank you, Spook. But unfortunately it also uses up the crystals much more quickly." Ships whizzed in and out of weft speed, using quick stopping maneuvers pioneered by Salute U, in which weft itself was used as a not-so-gentle brake. The Klingons were well trained as well, practically living their whole lives for the chance of glory in battle. Yes, Lucifer was attempting to regain the heavens. Quirk took in the battle and the Enterprise took part in it as well. The chessboard was set and the opening gambits were made. Status came in. "The broadsword is dead in the water, Captain," reported Uhura. Quirk to Definite 2. "Get a tractor beam on the broadsword and get her out of there." Days passed and the war continued around the clock, all pieces advancing on both sides. Reports flowed in. "A Klingon dreadnought, the Tongo, has been destroyed, sir, and the Federated vessel Exeter disabled, has impulsive power only." Quirk instructed, "Moscow, take the place of the Exeter. Exeter, move off and make repairs, then go to Quadrangle 572. The Enterprise began to take heavy fire as well, losing her port shells, and also sustaining damage to two lower floors. All ships' trilithium crystals were being slowly but surely consumed. The Andromeda, under Scuddy's command, moved into all the hot spots, sometimes on its own, and sometimes directed by Quirk in situations that he saw developing, as in a chess game when one looks several moves ahead. Several other ships were given such wild card roles in the battle as well. Long-range tractor beams reached out, sometimes attracting, sometimes repelling, and sometimes holding enemy ships in place. Anything and everything was to be used as a weapon in this battle, regardless of whether it was designed that way or not. Planet killer. Missiles now being a useless threat on a Klingon planet which the Klingon military cared nothing about, were used to good effect on some of the larger Klingon vessels, but the missiles were few in number and soon ran out, although they took a terrible toll. It was the battle-class Klingons who were now a threat to their own planet whose people did not support the military takeover, so Quirk had to protect the Klingon planet as well. But most Klingon military installations were in outer space anyway. Clank came on the screen. "You will lose, Quirk." Quirk answered, "To the death, Clank." Quirk's and Clank's ships soon began trading torpedo fire, but other ships quickly moved in and picked up the battle, attempting to separate the vessels and therefore preserve their command value to the war effort. "How are we doing?" asked Quirk of Enterprise Damage Control. "Only 3 shells left, Captain. 2/3 of our energy torpedoes have been exhausted." "Hang in there," said Quirk. "Things are beginning to take shape." The battle was a light show, a gigantic video arcade game come to life in 3 dimensions. Ships had to fire in all 6 directions, including the unsettling upwards and downwards directions. A week passed.
Casualties were heavy on both sides, but this was the war for the cosmos. This was the war for forever.